all over the world, anywhere that you are listening from this space. I want you to understand that our freedom is here. Please, without wasting time, if you have not shared this space, please do so right now. Very, very important. Because this is the only means that we have to reach our people. You know, our radio is still under, how am I going to say it? We are still trying to recover our radio. So this platform, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, these are only the avenue that we have to send information to our people in the homeland and as well people in diaspora. So if you join our spaces, please do well to share it so that people that are following you and you are following as well will be also will be able to log in and listen to what we are saying. It is very, very important that we should understand that Biafra is already here. Never in the history of Biafra restoration have we gotten so close like we are today. So I want every one of us who are listening, if you have not been supporting this government, Biafra Republic government in exile, this is the time for you to key in and support our government. This is the time for you to understand that what Mazin Nnamdi Kanu started in 2012, he told you that Biafra is God's ordained project, and that Biafra in this 21st century, that we are going to restore Biafra. Not our children will restore. He said that we are going to restore that Biafra. And I want to tell you that that Biafra our leader talked about is here now. The only one of the indices, one of the obstacles, one of the challenges that we have right now is funding. Fund is an impediment at this particular time because we are doing a lot in Washington, D.C. BRGIE government is doing a lot, lobbying the American government, and as well as the attorney, doing a whole lot of work for the Biafran Republic government in England. And all these things cost money. It costs money. So if you have not been supporting before, please, this is the time to join now the government and support British for our recognition. You can see the information that are coming out from Washington, D.C. Our APM going to Washington, D.C. is not only going there to only speak to them about Biafra, he's also looking other avenues of having some agreements with congressmen and women in what they can do for Biafra. So all these things are capital intensive. So support Biafra Republic government in any way you can. If it is during our weekly donation on Saturdays and on Sundays, it is also welcome. No amount is too big or small. Even 50 AJ, 100 AJ, 200, 500, as the case may be, is all acceptable. If you can give us a gemma, fine and good. A lot is happening, and a lot needed to happen as well. Money is needed in order for a lot of things to happen in Britain. So if you cannot support through your donation Saturday and Sunday, we also have the special IOU loan. The IOU loan project is a scenario whereby you loan the government any amount of money, and the government is going to repay you back with 100% interest rate on it. So for those of you who are businessmen and women, this is an opportunity for you to make more money for yourself. For those of you who operate fixed deposit account as well, this is an opportunity for you to beg your money. You can give us 100,000 a gemma and fix it for 20 years, fix it for 10 years, fix it for 5 years. Before this year, Biafra must have been restored. Let's assume you gave the government 100,000 a gemma. When Biafra is restored, our government is going to give you 200,000 a gemma, and there are other incentives that is attached to this loan. Very, very important. This loan is also for non-Biafrans to also embrace, because Biafra is going to be one of the best nations on this planet Earth. And our citizenship, people would like to be citizens of Biafra. We are going to give citizenship based on people who, who assisted or helped Biafran people when we needed assistance, just like a time like now. So if you are a non-Biafran, you can as well come on board and embrace this special IOU project. Whenever you embrace this project, any amount of money that you invested in Biafra, the Biafran government will double it for you. Once you give us this loan, the government will give you a receipt and as well as a certificate. This certificate is a proof of the loan. Even when you are not there, as long as you have this certificate, as long as you have this receipt, your children can use it to claim the money when Biafra is fully restored as a nation. So Biafrans and non-Biafrans, this is an opportunity for you to make money for yourself, because I don't think there is any business that can give you 100% interest rate on any loan that you give to him or you loan from the government. Very, very important. Having said that, I want to also employ you, Biafrans, to support the Biafran Defense Forces through your BDF, Biafran Defense Fund. You see what is happening in Benue State. You see what is happening in the northern states. You see how there is IDP camps here and there. You see how Christians have been killed in every part of Nigeria, except in Biafra land, that our people are not killed the same way other states are being killed. You ask yourself, why? Why is Biafra land, as it stands now, the safest place in the whole of Nigeria? Why? Mike Arnold, in one of his submissions, in one of the statements he made while he was giving his verdict on what is happening in Nigeria, he told the world, he wrote that everywhere that the terrorists are ravaging and killing Christians, that Christians are at the mercy of the terrorists, except in the southeast.
Hello?
Why in the southeast? Why such things are not happening in the southeast? He said because the southeast are guarded. The southeast are protected. Who are protecting the southeast? Okay. Who is responsible? You're not hearing me again.
Blessing.
You can't hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you now. Go on. Okay, so my Canon was saying that the southeast is protected. And I'm asking you, who is protecting the southeast? Who is making southeast safer for the people in that part of the
okay, can you somebody only the Biafran Defense can you ọ no si munye gi the number nye gi her number.
It is the Black Marine.
It donate ebe anwa.
It is the Biafran
na-agwakwa ndị ọzọ
that are making southeast safe. That is the reason why southeast don't have IDP camps. That is the reason why this Christian genocide that is happening in Nigeria 2014. You can see larger numbers in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Why? Because of the activity of the Biafran Defense Forces. And the Biafran Defense Forces cannot do this if they don't have the logistics. They can't do it with ordinary cutlass. They can't do it with machete. They can't do it with pump passion or guns. No. They are doing it with sophisticated weapons, RPG, AK-47, AK-49, rocket launchers,
that side. Information
and
minister
all the air defense systems
the last one
that we have.
they used to go there like 2 or 3 times.
So I want us to understand that the side
yes, on a problem if you go for na attack if any na
so because ebe mmadụ emetrisi because ihe a na-eme mgbe afọ nwere eme onye trust
onwere onye trust eziokwu mba ọ bụrụ akaụntụ mmadụ ọ akaụntụ Biafra gọọmenti mana ọ dị na zoo so onye ji dị akaụntụ nọmba na-enye ndị mmadụ a na-ezokwu ya ezo maka na so ka mkpọ onwe the finance minister ka mkpọ ya ka mba omewepụ I know na ime betray kedu afa gị ka m were esevu this number Isioma
machine guns
information minister profile update more information but even now no carry on YouTube onya me Nigeria they carry your program on YouTube
okay
online
ọ dị mma ngwa ka mkpọ dị lady ka mkpọ ọnya m ga-akpọ ya ọsị mụnye gị dị akaụntụ nọmba ọ mụnye gị ha nọmba which one ọ sị mụ mee m ga-eme ka ị malụ edego m afa gị ebe a
from the terrorist Nigeria.
Okay. Just you need to just now decide on that one. You don't need the money.
Consider the case of our leader.
Ama unu nọ na a very bad country. Nigeria dị terrible. Ịmana Nigeria wetugo our breji airspace.
You can see how
I'm telling you, nka ị na-use now bụ information. Our information minister.
For Mazin Nandi Kanu. The same way other people are being treated. Mazin Nandi Kanu court case. Because of what you ask yourself, why? What is the offense of our leader? Since 7 years now, in 2015,
you will get in another country.
Arrested in Lagos.
He
spent 2 years.
Nigerian
government will
don't worry, mma contact gị mma kpọghachi gị ma mụ na ya kwụsie.
Now again in 2021 they kidnapped him.
Okay.
And up to today, they have not released him.
Thank you.
You ask yourself, what is the crime that this man committed that the Nigerian government have refused to treat his matter and let him go once and for all? The only crime Mazin Nnamdi Kanu committed is fighting for you as a Biafran that is doing business in Abuja. The only crime Mazin Nnamdi Kanu committed is speaking for you and trying to defend you that is doing your business in Lagos. The only crime Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed is standing for you and asking your politicians, your political leaders to give you a better life standing. The only crime Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed is trying to wipe away the tears of the less privileged, the tears of the downtrodden, the tears of our mothers, our fathers, and parents who are suffering in order to send their children to school. In order to make sure that you are not going to be eating from hand to mouth. In order to make sure that he puts food on your table. He wants to make sure that there is a provision that is made for you as a Biafran by the government. He was speaking for you. He was speaking for us. And the Nigerian government and the politicians in Nigeria say, why must he speak for you? Why must he fight for you? Why must he defend you? Why must he stand for you? And that is that issue why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention today. Because if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed any crime known to law, he would have been, they would have jailed him. He would have been indicted. And he would have been held responsible, or at least he had to serve the jail term if he committed any crime. But for the past getting to 10 years, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have not been found wanting, have not been found guilty. In fact, Nigeria have not been able to pinpoint one crime that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed. So this is for you to know that you as a Biafran, that you are sweating your house out in Abuja, in Lagos, in Kaduna, in Sokoto, in Nnewi, in Aba, in Umuahia, in Ikwobacha, in Wari, anywhere that you are doing your business. I want you to know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was actually speaking for you. So that while you are hawking your pure water, you don't have to pay for anything because you are a starter. You are trying to eke out a living for you and your family. So that while you are building up your businesses, you don't have to pay through your nose so that Agbodos will not come and harass you. So that when you come out in the morning, you can be able to go to your working place without harassment. So that if you have to clear your goods, it has to come, you have to do the clearance in Biafra land. So that if you want to travel abroad, you don't need to go to Lagos or Abuja. You have to go to the nearest airport in Biafra land, international airport, and board your flight and travel. These are the things that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking about. They said they should kill him. They should jail him because he was speaking for you and for me. So you that is doing your business anywhere in that evil contraption called Nigeria, I want you to now come on board and start supporting the Biafran Defense Forces and as well the Biafran Republic government in exile. So that the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being detained, so that reason for which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was detained, we are going to destroy the efforts of the Nigerian government in order to make sure that they destroy that reason for why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was being held in the custody of the DSS. In the custody of the DSS, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been left. This is against his wish. It is against his will. Even when International Committee, Human Rights Committee on Arbitrary Detention have given Nigerian government, they even gave them 6 months. After 6 months, nothing happened. But it is quite unfortunate that all these bodies that want us to recognize them, that want us to respect them, have not been able to sanction Nigeria for disobeying those orders. In the court that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still attending, their court have given Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a clean slate as the Nigerian courts ask the Nigerian government to allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go because he did not commit any crime. But have they left Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? No, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a Biafran. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an Igbo man. You can imagine whom everybody is asking the Nigerian government to release. Yet the Nigerian government have not released him. Then you can imagine yourself, who is not in that capacity with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and you have a problem with a Fulani man or a Yoruba man who have some, maybe some friends in high places. They will go and dump you in any of their cells in Kaduna or Sokoto, and nobody will come for you for the rest of your life. So use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's issue as a case study. Put yourself in his shoe and you will understand that you are nobody in that evil contraction called Nigeria. And that is why we are calling on everybody at this particular time that our government is in Washington, D.C. to join hands together and support the Biafran Republic government in exile so that the men and women of the Biafran Defense Forces in the homeland can have all the necessary tools that they need in order to defeat all these terrorists that we have in our land. The insecurity that we have in Biafran territory are caused by the army and police. The army and police, the security agencies that you see in Biafran territory, they are the ones responsible for the insecurity that is happening in Biafra land. Because when the terrorists came camping in our bushes, through the presence of the Eastern Security Network then, around 2020 to 21, they were all driven away until our Prime Minister collapsed that into Biafran Defense Forces. The remnant of the terrorists that were camping our bushes were driven away. And when the Nigerian government now saw that Biafra land is not going to experience the kind of killing that Benue State is experiencing, and Biafra land is standing against Islamization, they now send their security agencies to our various communities to commit the crimes that the ragtag Fulani herdsmen were committing using our bushes and our forests to commit. So that is why the army and police, the immigration, the road safety that are carrying guns in Biafra land, they are the ones that are killing our women and children. And they are the ones that the Biafran Defense Forces are now resisting in our land. Because once all these people are evicted from Biafra land, our land will be totally safe from anything of terrorism, anything of conquest coming from the Nigerian terrorist state. So my wonderful Biafran people, this is a call for urgent action. The Biafran government and the defense forces in our land need your funding. In order to make sure that the terrorists are evicted in our land, and as well as the recognition of Biafra is being pursued in Washington, D.C. So when you get this information, let your brothers, let your sisters, let all those odogus who are spreading money up and down, who are throwing money like no man business, let them understand that they are wasting money on things that are not profitable to their people. You go to certain communities, they don't have access to good roads, no pipe-borne water, no electricity, no good healthcare system. Whereas these communities, in such communities, you have natural resources that the Nigerian government are really taking out natural resources from our land and using the money to develop Abuja, using it to develop Sokoto, and sharing it with other people who are not contributing anything meaningful to the livelihood of our people in the homeland. We are meant to understand that before 1960, there were presence of international communities in our land. There were embassies in our land. As a matter of fact, even the Caucasians, some of them have companies, have veterinary companies. Some have even the companies that are oil companies that are taking like Archie, Shell, Oando, and all of them that are taking the natural resources from our land. In those years, they were having their headquarters in Biafran territory. But immediately after the war, the Nigerian policy against our people now pushed all these companies out of Biafra land. All of them are now based in Lagos, in Abuja, in Sokoto, in Kaduna. Whereas the vast resources that is keeping them thriving is coming from our land. So you can see the humiliation. You can see the marginalization. You can see the intimidation. They have centered lucrative companies outside Biafra land. And that is why you and I are running out of our land in order to go to other places and seek for greener pasture. Whereas we have all that it takes to build our home in Biafra land. We have what it takes to develop our land. We have it in Biafra land. This is the reason why we are fighting so that Biafra will be a free nation where our government will now provide all these necessary amenities that we desire, that we are looking for outside. Our government can now bring it closer to the people. This is what we are fighting for. There is no other thing. We are fighting for your generation, even generation yet unborn. So your children will not start tomorrow to be fighting Nigeria in order to restore Biafra. No. This Biafra must be restored in our own time. This generation that we are now. And that is why we are asking you for your own contribution to make sure that we restore our nation, where our children can now be proud of. For those of you who are living in Lagos, and you think that Lagos belongs to you, remember what our eternal leader told you people. You are building another man's land. When the time comes, they are going to destroy your properties. Even our leader told our people about that. What is happening today? When your land is not developed,
what age?
When your land is not safe,
that age?
When your land is not protected,
30.
Then also are you going to come back to the land that you are not supporting their protection? Are you going to come to Biafran land that you are not supporting the presence of the Biafran Defense Forces? You are not supporting them to protect you. So are you going to have the guts or the courage to run back to Biafran land when you are being chased outside Biafran land? The answer is no. You cannot have that courage to do that. So this is now an opportunity for those of you who are doing businesses outside Biafra land to come together and start supporting Biafra land liberation. Very, very important through the Biafran Defense Force. And I want to remind each and every one of you that even if you are a politician in Nigeria, Nigeria is not for you. We understand a lot of you have signed documents with the Nigerian Islamic world, the Fulanis. You have signed documents with them. We understand that. You can still redeem yourself as long as you are not fighting against what we are doing, and as long as you can support what the Biafran people are doing to be free. We are going to protect your identity. We are going to protect your information. There is an opportunity for anonymous donors. BRGIE have men of timber and caliber that can protect your identity as long as you can support what we are doing for the freedom of your land. And one thing that we want to guarantee you is that if you have properties in Nigeria, you are working for Nigeria, you have properties in Nigeria, once Biafra is restored, those properties are safe under BRGIE because the Biafra Republic government in exile will stop at nothing to protect the properties of Biafrans who are living outside Biafra land. It's a promise that our leader made to each and every one of you. It is also a promise that is re-echoed by our Prime Minister and our acting Prime Minister, Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere, have also said the same. So you can Nicodemously come and start supporting the government while your information is being protected. Very, very, very important. Having said that, I want to use this opportunity once again to appreciate our brother from the other mother, Showore. You see, the protest that happened a few days ago was very, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. That protest has been able to open the evil which Nigeria stands for. That protest was able to destroy the little, respect that remains with Nigeria. That protest was also able to open the eyes of a lot of Nigerians, not only Biafran. The aftermath of that protest, people now understand that Nigeria is not workable. That is one thing. This protest that just happened, my wonderful Biafrans and lovers of freedom, did not only happen in Nigeria. The information have gone around the globe. The information have gone around the globe. You see, the Biafra Republic government in exile have created a lot of awareness in Washington, D.C. So this protest was ongoing. The world was watching whether Nigeria was going to redeem themselves. The world was watching whether what they have been hearing about Nigeria is true or false. The world was hearing whether Nigeria can be able to obey at least their law that says that you are free to protest in a democratic setting. As long as the protest is going to be free and fair, that you are going to protest. You will be allowed to protest. The world was watching Nigeria after the fallout of the Christian genocide that was happening, and they tried to, deny it. So Showore now came and put that protest. And every Nigerian and Biafran who have seen how the Nigerian government have been romancing with terrorists, even showing a shebi for them to go for wedding, politicians having discussions, peace meetings with the terrorists, allowing them to carry their AK-47 in broad daylight with their machine guns, going to communities without any hindrances. People saw all these things and how the terrorist Nigerian government president was pardoning drug pushers, murderers, cyber criminals, and all the rest of them. So people now want to see how Nigerians will react to the protest. And on the protest day, what happened? Nigerian government did not allow people to protest peacefully. Nigerian government shot at protesters. Nigerian government even arrested people who were protesting without any harm with them. So the world have now known and understand that Nigeria is not a place where people can cohabit peacefully. The world has also known, and Nigerians as well, known that there are two sets of rules or laws that is applicable in Nigeria. One is meant for Biafrans, the Igbo people, and the other one is made for the Northerners and their Yoruba wives. So Nigerians have now understand, and we are even the ones trying to educate the Tinubu government that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed no crime. They even say, okay, let's assume that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu committed crime. What about these people that are carrying AK-47? What about the people that were pardoned that committed known crimes? Why did they pardon them? Why are you having meetings with the terrorists? But in the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you refuse to allow people to even speak or even people protest against his continued detention. So, in fact, it is an eye-opener for Nigerians as well. So when we tell them about, oh, we want Biafra, they are now vindicating the reason why we need Biafra. People are now saying, you see, this is the reason why these people are asking for Biafra. How can you hold their brother and you don't want them? How can you be the child and you ask the child not to cry? How can you now free Sunday Igboho? How can you now be romancing with the terrorists who have been known for committing criminal activities in Nigeria? You are pardoning them. You are even sending your personal aids, showing as shebi for them, reintegrating them into the Nigerian system. People that are known that have killed a lot of people, you are reintegrating them into the society. You are paying them, having meetings with them. But a man who was only speaking with the microphone, you went and kidnapped him from Kenya, yet you don't want him to speak. You don't want him to be free. You don't want his people to be free. But yet you are keeping them in Nigeria. You don't want them to be free. You are not giving them the demand that they demanded before Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said he needed Biafra. You are not listening to them. You don't even want to negotiate with them. People have now woken up to understand that Nigeria is drifting towards Islamic State, which we already know that Nigeria is. People are now beginning to see Afghanistan template trying to play out in that evil contraction called Nigeria. Another thing that we should understand that is trying to happen and that is being discussed as we are speaking is that you remember what happened to Abiola? When Abiola won the election and the Nigerian government arrested him and put him in detention, they will always use that, oh, you don't have to talk about his case because Abiola is in detention. This is the same scenario that they are trying to play out with our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They kidnapped our leader since 2021. They have taken him to court. The court have pronounced him free man. The court said they should let him go. They are not letting him go. They are not freeing him. then you ask yourself, why are they keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? It's detention. So the aftermath of what that protest is been able to teach us now is that Nigerian government do not want to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu alive. Nigerian government do not want to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a free man. So Biafrans, if you are listening anywhere all around the world, I want you to rise up and understand that they want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to go the way of Abiola. And let me read what Showole tweeted some minutes ago. He said, they don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu freed alive. And they are united in that mission. Who are those united in the mission for the killing of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? The Nigerian government, number one. The politicians in the southeast, all the governors from the southeast, all of them are united in buying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention. All the senators, representatives, local government chairmen, every politician that is coming from the southeast, they are the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention today. So all of them don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to walk out free from that detention facility. Why? They see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as somebody have come to better your life as a Biafran. So they don't want to better your life for you. They want every 4 years, they will be asking for election. You listen to the interview Soludo had with that short engine that is working at Arise, I think it's Arise Television.
Seafood bucket.
When he was in Channel Television. Yeah, sorry. So when Seun was asking Soludo what did he see about the protest that happened 2 days ago, Soludo was telling Seun that he has not come here to talk about Mars. In fact, he said that it is irrelevant to talk about the freedom of Mars in Nigeria. That he came to the studio to talk about his re-election bid. So this is what they have been using to deceive each and every one of you. Every 4 years, they roll out election, because through that election, they siphon the natural resources that is meant for each and every one of us. They siphon the Dubai of your land. They siphon the American, of your land. They siphon the UK developmental project of your land. They siphon the Dubai type of amenities that they were supposed to build in your various communities and states. They siphon the money through that election. So they don't want a scenario whereby Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be free, whereby Biafra will be restored, and we are going to have Dubai. We are going to have our cities looking more glorious, more beautiful than Dubai. They don't want it. That is why each and every one of them is focused on election. They don't want freedom for you. They don't want freedom for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because they understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's freedom is going to skyrocket the freedom of the total liberation of the Biafran nation. So I want you to understand that every senator, every representative from your community, all of them are totally against the freedom of our land. So all these people are the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in detention. They don't want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to come out alive. Ever since they realized that their web of deceit were beginning to unravel, they have gone onto overdrive in the open. they'll come out and tell you, oh, when you ask them about Mazin Nandekano, they will say before camera, yes, our Mazin Nandekano need to be released. He committed no crime. If you ask Soludo, when you are with the television, viewing him, he will tell you Mazin Nandekano need to be released. If you ask Peter Mba, Oti, all of them, they will say the same. But when they go behind the back, they will say, how are they going to release this man so that it's going to spoil business for them? So that he will start coming out and telling them that they need to build roads. He will be telling them they need to build hospitals. He will be telling them that they need to build seaports. He will be telling them that they need to get a workable society for you. That is the reason why all these people don't want our leader to be free. The aftermath of that show arrest protest have been able to also reveal to each and every one of us that the elders of this generation, all these elders that you have in Biafran territory, Anchao, Okenye no no no, all of them were elders in Darua. All of them are evil elders. Because during those days, we don't have political elders. Elders are supposed to tell the truth. Elders are supposed to confront the leaders of communities without bias. Elders are supposed to call spades. During the Mazin Kanu protest, did you see any elder come out to join the protest or even speak about the protest? No! All of them were mute. When they have seen the achievement of what that protest has made, the awareness it has created for Biafra, as well as Mazin Nandekano, have been able to reveal the atrocity that all of them have been committing against the people. I saw a news today where they are saying that, they are going to shift the district to October 25 so that they are going to come out in mass to protest for Mazin Nandekano. These are the people who never for one day came out together to talk about the release of our leader, Mazin Nandekano. So it is very, very important that we understand that those people that you are holding in high esteem in Biafran territory as your politicians have failed woefully. They are the reason why our communities are underdeveloped. They are the reason why we are running out of our communities in order to seek for greener pasture abroad. There is something that happened recently. There is one Yoruba man. I think I just glanced at that story. One Yoruba man that he has children, two children. One is his son, and the other is a niece to him. I think it's his two children. Let me use it as two children. So they were studying in France. They were going to school in France, but it happened that they came back to do their NYSC youth service in Nigeria so that they can go back to France. These people are the political leaders in Nigeria. Their children are studying abroad. Whenever they want to do their youth service, they bring them back to Nigeria to stay for a minimal amount of time and they can be able to go back. So it happened that this man children came back and they came back to Nigeria and went and they were doing their NYSC program. So they traveled, and while they were coming back, their vehicle had an accident because of bad roads, and two of them died. Two of the children died in a road accident, and the man is lamenting, crying. Why is he crying? Because he knows that in France, we don't have bad roads in France. They don't have loopholes in France. But these are the same people who are the leaders. In Nigeria, they cannot do the road though. And why are they going to do the road? Why would they do the road? Their children are not flying the road. They themselves, if they want to fly, they will fly an aeroplane. If they want to fly the road, they will enter jeep. You know, jeep, the tire is big. So even if you have a pothole, the jeep will not feel the impact of the pothole. So because of that, they did not build roads for the people because their children are studying abroad. So when their children eventually came to, visit the country that they don't want to, do the road for the people, the children eventually enter one chance. They enter motor and we are coming back. The same road that their parents refused to build, they now had accidents and died because of the road, and they are crying. You ask them, why are they crying? They are now regretting their action. They would have had opportunity of repairing the road, though, but they could not do it because their children are not in Nigeria.
Sorry, David, I don't mean to interject. That was not an accident. It was an act of God.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, exactly. So that is here an example for you to know how evil these people are, how evil they are. So because other people's children are in Nigeria, they don't want to give them the necessary amenities that people need to enjoy to survive. No, they don't want to build the road. They don't want to build the hospital. So that when you go to hospital, you are not going to survive. But when their children want to go to hospital, they are going to go abroad. They fly them abroad. You see, the nemesis caught up with them. Yes, just like former governor of Anambra, Obiano now. Maybe after he finishes 8 years, he run with his children, go abroad, go sit down for there. Maybe they give you. Yes. They go there and enjoy because Nigeria is not meant for them. They know that Nigeria is suffering. So the suffer is meant for me and you. Why they are the ones who are the kings and the queens that enjoy the best of what life has to offer. That is why they are living in abroad. So my wonderful people and lovers of freedom, I want you to understand that all these politicians in Biafran territory, you cannot see their children in Biafra land. All their children are studying abroad. Yes, all their children from A to Z, they are studying abroad. So they are the only one remaining in Nigeria. They have all bought their properties abroad. When they want to go to vacation, they go to Canada, or they go to Germany, or to go to America, or they go to, look at Wike. Wike have properties in America. Even me, do you know that Wike itself is a Democrat? Wike, they have properties everywhere. His children, they come here and they go back. They fly private jet and go back. But you and me, that our fathers are, how are they going to build our road for us? Do we deserve good hospital? Do we deserve healthcare system? The answer, according to them, is no. And that is why when they see somebody that wants all those things to be built for you in Biafra land, they don't want that person to see the light of the day. That is why they don't want this agitation for Biafra or the freedom of the Biafran people to see the light of the day. That is why each and every one of them are fighting against Mazin Nadikano, are fighting against our government, are fighting against our freedom, are fighting against our liberation, are fighting against our recognition. And it's left for you to understand. Most of you don't understand. We think it's about Mazin Nadikano and only the Biafra we are fighting is the Biafra where everybody will be a beneficiary. You are going to benefit from the Biafra. Even them themselves are going to benefit from the Biafra because they don't know that they know that they are going to benefit, but they don't want that. They want a situation whereby if they want to wash their car, they call you, Emma, Biko, come and wash my car. When they come back from the village, you will be lining to be waving them, looking at their cars and looking at the fine houses they built. They don't want everybody to enjoy that amenity. They don't want such in Biafran territory. But I want you to understand that the Biafran government, the policy of the Biafran government is that everybody in Biafran land will be you are going to be employed. Once Biafra is restored, everybody will be engaged with one thing or the other, and the government of Biafra is going to take care of you. If you are doing business and you don't have money, the government is going to give you grants. Anything that you want to do at all, the government is going to assist you. If you have children, you don't need to suffer to take your children to school. The government of Biafra is going to see to it that your children goes to school. It will be one of the policies mandatory for every child in Biafra to go to school, and it's going to be taken care of by the government of Biafra. So my wonderful people and lovers of freedom, the effects of Showere's protest have been able to open the eyes of a lot of people. A lot of people are now speaking with what happened 2 days ago. A lot of people have now woken up to know that, yes, so all these things that Mazin Nandekano, Mazin Simonet and Joku, the Biafran people, the Biafran government are speaking are finally true. So people are realizing now that it is Biafra or they are doomed in that evil contraction. Now that you have realized that, Biafra cannot be given to us on a platter of gold. We have to work for it, and we are working for it. But we need your support, and that support is financial at this particular time. So check which state do you come from so that you can donate and support the Biafran Defense Forces and the de facto government in the homeland so that Biafra will be restored in no distant time. I salute everybody for being here. Please share, shall not share the speech. Share it and make this space to go viral. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I see Madam Munki, our sister Kiru. I see you, Toti Bill. I see you. Rage and Fury. I see every one of you. Thank you so much as I'll be using my mic from now. There was.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, Biafrans. You see, my people, when you are doing something, you have to always sit down and do your feasibility studies. I can see Sister Nki here, Eunice, Tottiville, Rage and Fury. I think you requested for the mic. I have given you, and I would want us.
Thank you so much, Mazi David, Minister. Thank you. You have said a lot. And please, if you want to make your speech, please raise up your hand so that the mic will be
Hello,
given to you.
Hello, Cyprian. Are you hearing me?
Okay.
Cyprian is not
Brother
even
Akuta,
hearing me.
the mic is yours. You can go ahead.
Cyprian, can you hear me?
I can hear you, sir.
Can you hear me? Yeah, please. Minister Betty is speaking. It's like you can't hear her. So maybe the information minister will bring you down and bring you up again. Minister Betty is speaking.
Okay.
Minister, go ahead.
Thank you so much. You know, this space is, we are all learning how to manage it. And what is here for us is to listen to whatever is being said, my people. I know the topic is after effect of Showere's protest for hashtag Free Mazin Nnamdi Kanu and hashtag Fund BDF and Breji. So, my people, we have a lot at hand. We have a lot because Nigeria is a country that have no conscience. I don't know why the world, most of the world leaders are keeping quiet over what Nigeria has been doing. We all know after effect, which includes what they did today by inciting the owner of X, to suspend the Breji Media Twitter handle, but we have to contest it. the usual thing we have to do so. So anybody who is here who wants to speak, please request for mic. We would want so many people here to talk and speak about the topic and educate our people, because most of our people are keeping quiet, either because they are pretending that they don't know what is going on, or that they actually and sincerely do not know. So we have the duty to keep talking to our people, regardless of all that careless ignorance. So, Biafrans, we have a lot at hand. And all we need now, as I can tell you, without charging you any money for consultation, is that we need a Gemma and a J. That is the whole idea and the whole thing. We need a Gemma and a J. Please, Biafrans, both those who are in homeland and those who are abroad, we should all realize that Biafra is like our brainchild. We cannot leave Biafra like that. We should also remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that we are calling for his release today, did not do anything to Nigeria. One of the most after effects for me is that those who were saying that Mazi Simon Ekpa, our prime minister, and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were the cause of insecurity in the southeast. Both of them are being detained now under custody. So, has the insecurity stopped? That is the pertinent question. And the answer is that it is on the increase. And what do we do? What do we have to do to leave Nigeria? I beg your pardon. Because Nigeria is this country that it appears that even the people outside the world are scared of them. But we know what is going on. If you want me to explain to you in detail of what is going on, go to my YouTube platform. You will see a number there. Call me and I will tell you. It's all very glaring why Nigeria is doing what they are doing. When you look at what is happening to Traore, almost 20 assassination attempts, you will understand what is going on in Nigeria. And what do we have to do? To donate. It's as simple as that. I know that most people will tell you that they don't have money, but you will still find out that they are doing so many investments that you will be surprised that they have such money, but they don't want to invest in the coming of their nation, Biafra. All these billionaires and millionaires, they have money in homeland and they have to donate. We must continue to talk until it gets to their ears that Biafra is the only way out. Biafra is the only way out. When you hear the people of Benue and Plateau crying, telling you that they are calling the government, you will know that we are very lucky to have the BDF to protect our land. Yet, it is still not enough. So, Biafrans, we will continue to talk. Chinyere Udoma gụchara egwu si na onye ọ na-eme omume omume na-emekwa obube obube. We cannot stop. We cannot stop talking about Ejema and Eje. All these things we are telling you people here, they are probably something you must have all known about. But it looks like we, the Biafrans, in the southeast part of the zoo, we have very short memory. We forget very easily. And that is why any stupid person in that area will go to vote for somebody like Obi. Or Obi will rise up tomorrow and you say that Obi is coming to distract you. What does that mean? or somebody like Soludo that have just come in through the back door using our supreme leaders party, APGA, to both Obi and Soludo to get his vote. Now, Soludo does not want to come down for any other person. He wants to carry on. Within these 4 years, can he show you people what he has achieved? No. So now the after effect is that Showore, God bless him, has shown the world that Nigeria was lying by detaining Onyendu. They also lied by stretching their hand to Finland to detain our PM. So, my people, you all see all this. They have been lying to the whole nation that it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or Mazi Simon Ekpa, while they are hobnobbing the terrorists, negotiating with them. Even Nasser El-Rufai confirmed that Tinubu's government pays terrorists. So what do we have to tell you now that you don't know about? It is just for us to act quick, because we are now thinking that the president of the world leader, which is Donald Trump, is there. 4 years does not take anything. 4 years does not take anything. We have time now to act. Donate. No matter how small, donate whatever you can. On Saturdays, which is when we conduct our fundraising, join and make a donation. Biafrans, Fulanis are not joking. They are serious. 2 agendas. They are not hiding it. They want to Fulanize you. They want to Islamize you. You know? So, we really don't have to be telling you people this on daily basis. But since you people are playing hide and seek game, we can never stop. We can never stop telling you or ringing it like a bell to your ears that we need a Gemma. We need a J as well. We need it. And you will ask me, why do we need it? I will go to the voyage of explanation or discovery to tell you that if we do not give the BDF what they need, because you know that when somebody has gone for defense, what of the bullet? What of his feeding? What of his welfare? Can a sick man handle gun? So we need them to be healthy. We have soldiers. It's not a hidden thing, because fighting for your freedom is your right. God gives you right to fight for your freedom, and the law also gives you the right to defend yourself. When somebody comes to your house with AK-47, you're supposed to buy AK-49 to wait for him or her. So when they come in, as they are brandishing their own, you have already taken them down. Because this BDF and our BLA, they are not in Yoruba land. They are not in Zamfara. They are not in Kano. They are not in Kaduna. We are in our land. We have the right over our land, our ancestral home for that matter. So, Biafrans, why is it that our forefathers in 1800 something will protect this land, keep it for us, and we will come now and play like children who are in a moonlight play and ignore what is our responsibility? I know that money doesn't come easy, but if you have 20 pence or $20, you share it like a sensible person, knowing that we have something at hand, and knowing that when Biafra comes, we will just do the simple celebration. Onyendu said that we will dance on the street like mad people. And that time is coming. All right, my sister. Go ahead, Sister Akuta. Thank you so much. And we invite many more people to come and speak to Biafrans. Please talk to our people.
Thank you so very much, Honorable Betty. All protocol observed. I thank you so much, Honorable APM, the Information Minister. I can see you are here. The co-hosts, the hosts, the speakers who are lined up, and those who have spoken much earlier, and those who are listening, and those who will listen later. I thank everyone for having congregated here today on this space to do the needful. Thank you so much, Honorable Betty, for hitting the nail on the head. Thank you so much. We need a gentleman, we need a J. We need this for all that Honorable Betty has mentioned. Biafrans, I'm out today to speak to Biafrans, especially those who have embraced one Nigeria, one chance. And that is those that will be listening later. Honorable Betty, you were asking them question why they do not want to donate for their freedom. Is it that they are pretending or not, or they do not know what is happening? I want to begin by this. Honorable Betty, apart from those who are in the rural areas, they cannot see to eat. They cannot even see common pure water to drink. They still drink from the lagoon. They still drink from the rivers. They still drink from the pots. They still drink from all sorts of water. And they are living in darkness. They cannot even afford a generator, even the smallest one. They cannot watch television, even the smallest radios they do not have to be informed, to even know what is happening. Apart from those people, every other person knows what is happening. Every other person in the city knew what is happening. And what Showore and the teams and groups and everyone did on the 20th actually has opened the eyes of even those people in the rural areas. But because there is still nothing they can do in the rural areas, these are the only people we can exonerate. But we know they are praying for us. But you see all these ones who are in diaspora and those ones in the city, I am telling you, it is wickedness. It is wickedness, it is cowardness or cowardice, it is fear and intimidation. And many of them are still struggling to understand where they belong. I am up this very day to tell you, Biafrans at home, that what show already did 20th October has already exposed that which we had wanted to confirm. And Onyendu had been vindicated, and every one of us, Onyendu said it, and I will continue to repeat it. Politicians in Biafra land are responsible for his condition and his predicament. And he said, just as something is happening to him right now, he said we should hold them accountable and responsible, they and their families. And that brings me to say, what can we say of a country who reward criminals, convicts, ex-convicts, terrorists, bandits, or whatever they call them? What can we say of such a country? What can we say of the country that is recycling their corrupt politicians over and over again? I was looking at the politicians, some governors, those that have been governors several years, and now senators, and even coming back to as representing their states, and local government governors representing their state in the House of Assembly. What a shame. Corrupt politician, what can we say of such a people
in a country called Nigeria. Obasanjo was an ex-convict. They pulled him out and made him a president of Nigeria. He had 2 tenures and was seeking for a 3rd tenure. Tinubu, who is there, ex-convict, everyone knows about it. Shetima, who is there, is a terrorist, everybody can confirm. Hope Uzodinma in Imo State is a convict convicted to death, even to death. And he was to die. He was pulled out and was handed over the governorship of Imo State. All the politicians who are present governors and the past are all criminals and corrupt politicians. They are the people leading actually people of conscience in a country. Where can that happen? When we have such people in authority as presidents and governors, what can we say of the people who they rule? What can we talk about their subjects? That is to tell you how terrible those who are under who they call their citizens, how terrible they feel. You can see how a little protest, a peaceful protest, was almost stopped. Look at how they were militarized, using the police and everyone to stop them, to brutalize them even, just because it was happening in Abuja. They were tempted to doing everything to stop them. You can see how it is. The people have been subjugated, perpetually subjugated. The people are in a total mess, but they do not realize or they do not know. They know, but they felt. The question is, who is going to free us? Who is going to save us? And behold, the Lord has sent our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to come and do the job. He will always tell us, I did not send myself. If I had sent myself, I would have just left this and walked away. He would have left it and walked away. But he said he did not send himself. Elohim has sent him. Instead of Nigerians, those people will feel their suffering and their pain, to embrace him. They went behind to mock him, to criticize him, and many of them want him dead. We saw them. Anyway, those who want him dead are few, because we can see the millions who trooped out for his freedom. And today I'm talking to you, my Igbo Biafrans. You all are on your own. You are on your own. You guys can see what is happening right now. Why we become the enemy, the hated people in this country, in that country called Nigeria? Why we become the most hated people is that Biafrans, we refuse to be conquered. I will continue to say it. We refuse to be conquered. They want to bend us down. They want us to succumb to their brutality and denials and this everything, the privation and everything they are doing. They want us to succumb, and we refused. When you go to the West, they destroy our property and kill our people. We still emerge triumphant. We still remain strong. When you go to the North, they did the same thing. They've been doing the same thing for several years. We still, some of us still remain there, still showing them that this is who we are. They are not comfortable with that. Coming back to our place, our Biafra land, we still occupy our place, remaining strong. They cannot comprehend. They do not know what is the force that is driving us. These people are scared. Biafrans are going to tell you that the enemy fighting us are even scared of us. The enemy fighting us is yet to comprehend what the Lord has embedded in us that is making us and making us strive farther and harder and stronger every day. So what are you doing? You guys thinking that there will be someday a remedy for Nigeria? I want to tell, because many of them are still hoping that somebody is coming to redeem Nigeria any day, anytime. Biafrans back home. Nigeria has gone to the verge of no return. There is no remedy. Nigeria is irredeemable. Onyendu will say it, and I am saying it, and everyone here listening knew and have known that Nigeria at this point is irredeemable. Even they themselves knew that it is irredeemable. So all of you still thinking that there is one savior somewhere who can redeem Nigeria, you all are joking. You all are what? Joking. If actually you will have a day more to see yourself actually joking, because everybody living there do not have hope for tomorrow. My people, when I call them, they say what we are in right now is onye teta ya ekelechi, onye bochi ya ekelechi neke, which means even if they will leave tomorrow, they are not sure. They don't have any reason to say they will leave tomorrow. They don't have any hope of even leave tomorrow. The level of their hopelessness is unspeakable. You cannot even talk about it. They will just go to bed and wake up. If they see themselves wake up, they say, "Oh, praise be to Jehovah." That is the level our people are in. So I am telling you all today, you are on your own, Biafrans. You are on your own. The earlier right now that we stand up to do what is the needful, we do it. Let me tell you, there is nobody to redeem Nigeria. How do I know this? I know this because the level of insecurity and terrorism has spread like cancer all over the nooks and crannies. It will be very difficult for any international forces to even come to your land, anywhere to come and save anyone, because the terrorists are already embedded and living in your communities. So how are you going to be saved? Let's say you call the Americans or whoever to come to help you. How are they going to find them right in your nooks and crannies, in your rivers and villages and communities? How are you going to get that? How are they going to succeed? They will not succeed. So you guys are in a terrible situation right now. Nobody can save that country anymore. And that was what these Fulanis want. That is what the man in Sokoto, they are being their Islamic head, wants. This is the level they want you to go. That nobody will save you. So right now, you all must rise up. Some people are saying Obi, and I ask, all the while he has been galvanizing about, has he ever said, this is what I will do to stop terrorism and insecurity? He cannot do it. He cannot try it. Because those who endorse him, he has already given them his soul. He has already given them his soul to protect the terrorists. So he cannot do it. And once he cannot do it, you Biafrans cannot coexist with terrorists. There is nowhere in this world, any nation will say we can coexist with terrorists. Go and ask the people of Afghanistan. Ask the people of Pakistan. Even right now in Iran, they know what it is. Any country where there is terrorists, you cannot coexist with them. Go back now and see what the Hamas are doing to their people, the Palestinians. Now we cannot even hear the pro-Palestinians talking because the Hamas is dealing with them. So it is like that. We cannot coexist. If you remember that you cannot coexist with terrorists, then you will know what we are talking about. Okay, fine, and I ask again, will Obi return those displaced persons in millions that have run out of their villages to another communities or even out of the state? Can he return them back to their indigenous land and communities? That is impossible. He cannot achieve that. And when you cannot achieve that, what are you doing? You are actually working with the terrorists and their agenda. That is their agenda. So if you cannot do this to bring back security, you have not started and you cannot do anything. This is the level Nigeria has gone. To be frank with you, the north is gone. The north is taken. What is left right now is the West, and they are going to take the West up to Lagos. Lagos is where the battle may even begin for once. But for Biafra land, they are still scared. They are using the military in uniform, the terrorist military in uniform, to suppress us, to succumb. And we say we are not going to succumb. And that is why we have our armies and legions of heaven. The angels of heaven the Lord has sent to us to defend you, to defend us, and to protect that land. And all of you are in diaspora in America, and you are not contributing to protect, to make sure that this army of heaven are well equipped, and you all are here. Do you know that last week they all gathered here in what they call Igbo Festival? They did not talk about us. They did not talk about Biafra. They just gathered here. They gathered here in Houston, Texas. They gathered, many of them, we saw their ages. They came here to come and do a festival, to celebrate what festival for the Igbos. These people did not discuss anything about how to make our place better. They did not talk about what is happening. They did not even discuss the freedom of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That is how they are here. Galvanizing, engaging in every form of party. These people in the United States of America have the money. Biafrans here have the money. It's just that they are carried away. They still have brothers and sisters and relatives who are still apologetic to the Nigerian zoo government, Zoological Republic of Nigeria. They still hope that there will be better day tomorrow in Nigeria. And we are telling them, wherever you are, that will be listening to me later, there is no hope. You people have no place of safety. Onyendu said it. You will look for a place of safety and you will not find it. Many of them have mansions they built in their villages and communities. They cannot live there. Can you imagine them coming back to Nigeria and they settle only in Lagos, in a hotel? They cannot even come back to Biafra land. And they are here feeling okay. They are here doing party and festival in a foreign land and not talking about how to fix their home. And I asked them last week, what are you all doing here? What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Why not think about home, think back home and what to do? You can see they have no answer. They do not know what they are doing. They do not know what they are doing. Nigeria has caged every one of them. I don't know how. I don't know how it happened to even those who have escaped out into other world and into other countries. People, those who have even escaped Nigeria, are still behaving like this. Talk more of those who are living in that damnable zoological terrorist republic. Talk more of them. It doesn't give me joy at all. It pains my heart that up to this very time and all the sacrifices our leaders have made to save us, to save the land, to save the people, such a thing is still happening at this time. How many years after? And we are still at this time asking them to give us 10 Ijema, 20 Ijema. What is 10 Ijema and 20 Ijema? We are asking for 10 Ijema and 20 Ijema because of how the economy and the number of persons we have. Because we are trying to win you back. You, Biafrans, can you tell me that after giving us 15 million of your votes for referendum, you still want to conduct an election to vote one of the corrupt governors and of Southeast, or one of the corrupt politicians in Nigeria into power? Biafrans, do you really want to do this? After giving us in referendum 50 million of your vote worldwide, that you want to exit the shithole for Nigeria, you still have the mind to queue up for another political election in Biafra land. And I am saying and endorsing it that it will never happen. We will never allow any election on that land. Free Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and free yourselves. All of you, wherever you are, I was thinking this protest will be simultaneously carried out all over the countries in the states, especially everywhere simultaneously. The freedom of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, if you all do not know, will bring a reprieve to Nigerians, to some of you. The freedom of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will save you. As long as Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is in there, all of you are in there. I am telling you, it is not just Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that is being incarcerated. We all, whether Biafrans, whether Fulani, whether Hausa, whether Yoruba, all of you are in there. I can see some of our Yoruba persons writing nonsense, tweeting nonsense, that that are against about our leader, Mazen Nandikal. And I told them, all the noise you guys thought he made was to save you, and that noise saved a lot of you. All the things he said while he was out here is not what is happening right now, and a lot of you called it a propaganda. Today, I do not hear the propagandas anymore. Nobody is saying propaganda. All of them have actually come to reality. They have realized that Mazen Nandikalo was not making noise. While some persons think he was making noise, he isn't making noise. All the things he said from A to Z have come to pass. Everybody is saying it. Our leader, Mazen Nandikalo, did not ask for much. From the very beginning, he asked for good things. Give us second Niger bridge. Give us railway. Give us waterway. Give us road. Give us good school. Give us good market. Fix our road. These are the things, for goodness sake. Are those things too much to ask? Are those things too much to get as citizens? Are those things too much for you to have as citizens? Good road, better life? Who does not want better life? How will you live in a country you do not even have light? All of you have been kept in a perpetual darkness for several decades. Just light, common light, we do not have it. Then the youth will now want to do something of themselves. I am telling you, what drives our youth into criminality or into crime is deprivation and lack. We know and understand that greed will put some people into crime. But what is happening in Nigeria that is doubling the criminal rate and crime rate of every nook and cranny from everybody is what? Lack and deprivation. When you have been deprived of what belongs to you or what you should get, what else? Frustration will set in, anger will set in, hunger already is there. And what about it? You lack everything. There is nothing. Can you check? Can you think of it? It is only in Biafra land that we can bore boreholes or provide water for ourselves, provide electricity for yourself, try to provide oil and for yourself. Everything you're doing it for yourself. Yet we are paying taxes. You go to buy something, they tax you. You walk a little, you see the tax collectors coming around. For Christ's sake, it is too much for the people to bear. But since we know it is too much for the people to bear, the people must rise up. Because the world, when Onyendu will tell us that maybe when he was moving about to one of country heads or the other, to United Nations and every EU, and they said, in our population, we can save ourselves. With our population, we claim we are 80 million. 80 million Biafrans can save themselves. That they have not seen the reason why they should intervene. They have not seen the reason why they should intervene because the population of 80 million people can free themselves. How? It is exactly what Showere exhibited on the 20th is part of it. If they have sustained it for at least 1 week, I am sure our people would have at least gotten a sense of belonging. Freedom would have been very close by the door, at least. But it was just a one-day thing, and they said they're planning again. When would that be? When would that be? You guys should wake up. There is no freedom anywhere given to anybody freely. The international community is not helping us. They are watching because they know we have the population to save ourselves. And they knew that Biafrans has what it takes to save themselves. Here in the United States of America, when they say Nigerians, they are talking of Biafrans. What we can do, they are talking of Biafrans because there is no Northerners here. We don't have Hausas here. We have the Yorubas. We have the other few tribes. They are talking of Biafrans. They knew what we can do. When you go to Europe, everywhere it is Biafrans. Even Afghanistan, you will see Biafrans. Imagine that Biafrans are even in Afghanistan. They are in Pakistan. They are in Kuwait. We are all over everywhere. And we cannot free ourselves. And we are here begging for 10 Ejema, 20 Ejema. We cannot free ourselves. All of us still have plans of going back home someday. Where? How? Biafrans, please come on. Let's do the needful. Let's do the needful. You guys are supposed to be reaching out to us. Not as we're going to look for you. not as us going to look for you. You're supposed to reach out to us wherever you are for your freedom. What you're doing is for your freedom and the freedom of your people, your children, generations unbound. I am telling you, the fight we're fighting today is not for us, ourselves right now. It's for you, your children, and those unbound. Especially those of you who are male, the male child. We have our male children. We need male children in our homes in order to what? To continue with the lineage of our fathers. Now, all of you male child, you are running abroad. You are running away. Who is going to stay at home? And this is what the Fulanis want. That is part of their strategy. So that the home will be deserted and they will just do a run over us and take over our land. Yet, the Lord has made it easier for us and put in place the armies and agents of heaven to come and defend us. And we are kicking against them. We are bringing all sorts of propaganda and lies against them. We are throwing one photo pictures and other things against them to tarnish their image. And we think it is okay. I am saying it. If you are in diaspora, and if you have this money, even living in that zone, Nigeria, and you are not supporting our freedom of your people and your children, I will not just say thunder with fire, but God will ask you someday. You will pay someday. You guys think it is okay? You think what is going on right now will be solved anytime soon? No. Nigeria is gone and it is going gone. I am telling you, all of you now, trying to queue up behind Obi. Obi is the worst enemy we have right now. Obi is working for Obasanjo, who has sworn over his life that Nigeria will divide under his watch. He said it, and he has been the one dragging Obi to Britain to go and do their secret meeting of how to lure our people out again to come and vote. And one thing you guys do not know about the Nigerian voting system is votes must take place in the 6 geographical locations of that country. And they need just 2/3 to declare presidency. And that is why they do everything possible to look for 2/3 of the vote from each region. So even if it is 1,000 that comes out to vote, they will do their abracadabra multiplication and they will derive at the number they want. And that is all. They just want to use Obi to lure Biafrans out again, 2027. Just to lure you out, just for you to even queue, to come out. How can you come out when we have 50 million of your vote for referendum? That cannot happen. That cannot happen. We thank so very much for what he has exhibited the last time. And you can see that even after that, they are holding the lawyer to our Onyendu. They are holding him and few others. You can all see that Biafrans, we are the target. We are a danger species in that country. They do not want us and they do not want us to go. And you all are not reasoning and thinking why. They do not want us and they do not want us to go. They want us all dead. Yet they are scared of us. So what are we going to do? Are we going to fold our hands and continue to watch the enemy take us up, destroy us, kill all of us? God forbid that cannot happen. And that is why we are doing what we are doing. And we are telling the world, putting them on notice to know that this is what is happening. Nigeria do not want Biafrans. Let us go. If you do not want us, let us go. If you do not want the criminals, whatever they call us, if you do not want us, let us then go and live the way we want to live. After all, our fathers were living the way they were living, peacefully, without this nonsense coming up, until the foolish people, the enemies, came to merge us with terrorists to live as a people. We cannot live with terrorists. We cannot live with terrorists. We cannot coexist with them.
Hello,
Thank you, dear friends. Thank you so much. This is all I have ready this day to contribute.
Hold on.
And I call everyone here, please, Let's continue to uphold that which we believe in. We believe in freedom, and freedom we must get. We believe in freedom, and freedom we must get. With or without anybody supporting us, with or without international community coming around, they want to see what we can do first before they are going to lend in their own means. And we must continue doing one day, one day. One day I believe that the president of this free world, being President Donald Trump, is going to look on our side come someday. Is going to look on our side very soon. When he's done with these other things he's handling so far, everybody can see how things are moving faster on the other side. With Ukraine and Russia, with Hamas and Israel, you can see the way things are moving. And when he gets on our tongue, everybody will see how he's going to move. And that is why the zoo terrorists does not want him. They hate Trump so much. Biafrans, can you believe that Biafrans in the United States of America, a lot of them do not even vote for Trump? A lot of them did not vote for him. A lot of them criticize him. And I said, each time I meet them, I say, why? I have to correct them. I have to ask them questions. What is the problem? What is your problem with this man? I am telling you, anyone who is fighting against President Donald Trump, I'm saying it here, anyone who is fighting against President Donald Trump is dining with the devil. That person is dining with the devil. President Donald Trump is a God sent for the liberation of mankind, for the peace of this world. And if you're fighting whoever you are from the pit of hell. And if you're fighting him and you're telling me you are a Christian, you are a liar, you are more dangerous like the terrorists we have in the Nigerian Terrorist Republic. Tell me how you can survive over 20 terrorist groups now living in Nigeria. Tell me how you guys want to do it. Tell me the magic you want to do it. You want to use to do it. President Donald Trump will very soon someday look on our side. And that is the hope. While we are still hopeful, let's continue doing what we are doing right now. Come in with your agenda on our Sabbath day, on Saturday, bringing your offering. And seriously, God will continue to reward every one of us who have dropped their offering in that box for the restoration of Biafra, for the freedom of their children and their children's children. Thank you so much. I yield my mic here. God bless everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your wonderful submission, well constructed. Sometimes I begin to wonder why these wonderful speeches will be said every day by dedicated Biafrans, and our people are still very docile. I believe that people, especially in homeland, they are so relaxed simply because they have BLA protecting them, protecting their mansions. The way you have spoken now, no sensible human being that will not take your word inch by inch and measure it with what is going on. So, Biafrans, I need our people to come up and speak to Biafrans. We need to talk to each other right now. And this donation, do not joke with it. Whether you are in America, Europe, Asia, or in homeland, take it seriously. Thank you so much, wonderful sister Abigail. You are fantastic. I love it when you speak. The defense, go ahead.
And there were our amiable sister Betty Ford
Ndewo.
TV. Thank you so, our ABG, Abigail, for your submission. Very, very flamboyant submission. Our people need to wake up. And we have to know that they are testing our resoluteness. And we are here to tell them that we are solidly behind our leader. Our leaders, precisely Mazinam Okukano, Mazi Simon Ekpa, Mazi Ogechukwu Nkere. And I am telling you again in addendum that IMID is solidly behind and in support, what we call support to our Honorable APM, Right Honorable Ogechukwu. Very soon, they will hear from us. All I know is that freedom is sacrosanct from those that created nation, that created government, that created this contemporary system of democracy. That is the reason why when Nigeria mess up, IPOB, calling it terrorist organization, or proscribed, the world tells them no, IPOB is not proscribed. IPOB speaks in the favor of the indigenous people. That is the reason and why Sowore came out and told you that he's in Solidarnosc with Martin and Picano because he's an indigenous person in Nigeria. Those that understand what Sowore was doing was queue up in support of the freedom for Martin and Picano. Let our people remove individualism, the spirit of egoism or egocentrism, and embrace the science of collectivism, collective livelihood. That is what is going to save our people. But when you go to your shell, like Mbe means tortoise, and thinking only yourself, you say, I am a millionaire, I am a millionaire. You are nobody, man. What made you to be somebody is by the time you have your government. And your government corresponds to the exact need of your people. Individualism is negative, but collectivism is positive. You call it positivism in positive studies. In contemporary study, you call it positivism, meaning that you as an individual, you are nothing. But you are something by the time all of us are. Our sister Abigail, I'm still on the way. Let God bless Mazin Americano. Bless our people that are. Bless our Prime Mazi Simon F. and Joko. Bless also our active Christ, Honorable Bichunke. Bless PRGIE. Bless your from people. Let us come together and tell them that we are not slaves. I don't fashion forbidden fruit of all and I don't even see it. I am fully in support of Mazin Nambiano. Let the earth break into two, let us see. In terms of the most be there. They work to help our regions that are country under as MID, but nobody should have shake. Very simple. God bless you. It's a classic movie. It's academic guidance.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Dear friends, you are hearing everything that everybody is saying. We have to really work with everything we are hearing here. It's not when the submissions that people are here giving you hits your left eye, it will fly off from the other eye. What our sister said that really struck me, she said a lot of wonderful things that we should be working with. You know, when you are in any business at all, you have to put down your list and prioritize some of them. One of the list of the things she said that really struck me and which I want you people to understand is that you are the target. Onyendu said that we have formidable arrays of enemies, both within and outside. And you all know what that means. Now, A man called Obida Malafia came and told you people it's like somebody giving you a comprehension and another one giving you an expo. And you will drop the expo and you will go to the exams and you will fail your exams. This man gave us expo. And everything that Obida Malafia said is coming to pass. And they told you that these people, they want to start from the villages, to start killing people. After that, they will come to the city. And finally, all your rich ones, they will be picking them one after the other. And as we are talking and exposing all this, none of you is batting an eyelid. You know, there was a time I saw this one called Cubana chief priest. His real name is Pascal Chibike Okechukwu. Kneeling down before this uncircumcised Futajalon Fulani man, Shetima. What he was kneeling down before him, begging for, I don't know. They took him to court that he was praying money and he was asked to pay a fine of 10 million naira. And that was exactly what that Shetima said when he was talking to one Kunle some years ago when he was governor of Borno State. He said that when they come to Lagos, that for land rate, they will be, Yoruba should be paying five naira. Them northerners, 10 naira. And the Igbo people, 1 million. Do you people forget? Do you people forget? Why is it that Usman Danfodio that came 1808 and said that he wants to dip Quran in the sea, his children in 2025 are speedily achieving that, and we're all keeping quiet? They are doing EKG or whatever in America, ignoring that they have ancestral home that they have to defend. Biafrans, time has come for you people to rise up. She said it all. Donald Trump is the God sent. And my people, 4 years, it won't take time. Kaime ngwa my people, may Allah dachi. Donate and donate and donate. Don't be tired of donating. Make it a habit that every Saturday you must donate something. And you will not just donate, just make sure you paid that amount you have pledged so that the money will be in the Biafran purse. We need a lot of money. We need so much. So my people, let's take all this on board and let's listen to our COS, the original COS of Brazil government, to speak to Biafrans. Thank you, Academic Highness, for all your wonderful submissions. Thank you so much. COS, the mic is yours. Thank you so much.
Yes, good afternoon, Sister Betty. My Minister of Information is from here. Master Cyprian, I greet you from here. Great Fury, David and Mary Telecom. My own deputy, Wada Abigail. I greet you and I thank you for that submission. Our own veteran driver. Greetings from here, my brother. Assistant Kiri Asiabunam. My six. Also, I greet all of you. And I want to, just like my sister, stand on the existing protocols. Bikono, I greet every Biafran who is here and friends of Biafra. Because I want to appeal to everyone who is on the space, first of all, to please share the space. The only way the information of whatever we're saying right now, and all these beautiful submissions you're hearing, all these interesting submissions you're hearing, can get far and wide to the people that we are speaking to is by us on the space doing our part and sharing the space. We have only 18 people who have reposted the space. I know a lot of people must have shared from the other people's platform, but if you haven't shared the space, please endeavor to share the space. It's very, very important. It is very, very important. It's as important as what you are saying. Whatever submission that is being made here, you sharing the space is as important as that submission. Without sharing the space, people wouldn't hear what we are saying. So if you have not shared the space, take a second and share the space. Just a peek at your screen, you will be able to share the space, and God will bless you as you continue to do that. Now, I want to appreciate all Breaking Media team, because whether people believe it or not, it is because of the Breaking Media team that the world is listening to everything that is going on today. It is because of Breaking Media team that the world has come to understand the kind of massacre of Christians that is going on in the territory called Nigeria. It is because of Breaking Media team that the truth about the evil entity, the evil Islamic entity called Nigeria, is a bay to the world today. So I want to appreciate each and every one of you. And you know, when we talk about Breaking Media team, it's not just about those who are solely in the media team, but each and every one of you who are dedicated to coming up whenever we have a space, sharing the space, liking and retweeting what you see your brothers and your sisters posting, all those positive things that you see them posting. That is part of God's work that you're doing. Like I've always said, what we are doing is God's work. Never forget that. This job you are doing today is God's work. So I appreciate each and every one of you. And I know that the God that you are working for will bless you. He will protect your household when this dark cloud of rain that I have been crying about will fall on our people. Because it will come. Sadly, it will come. It is not our wish that it does. Managwa nti manti anohe. Egurisi nti esoroya. The time is coming when all of the things that we have been saying will start happening like magic. And you will start asking yourself, are you now a prophet? Are you now a true seer? Because we know we have seen people who are evil who claim to be seers. But that time is coming. We only pray that if in any case it happens, my everyday prayer is that God will protect your household. He will cover them like He promised His people. He will be their shield when that time comes. Now, let me go ahead. My sister and deputy, Abigail, you persist everything. You went deep into everything that I would have loved to discuss. So, permit me to discuss your submission. Onye Ndumazi Nnamdi Kanu, according to the Nigerian people, according to the indigenous people in the territory called Nigeria, everything he has said has come to pass. This is what they said. This is what they said. Everything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has said has come to pass. They said this not today, not on the 20th when the protest held, right before the election of their drug lord. They recounted everything our leader Mazen Namdekano has said. And all of them, like my sister said, all of them that are now posting and reaffirming everything that our leader has said that what he has said has come to pass. These are the words of Onyema Mazen Namdekano. The ones deadlier than Boko Haram will arise. These are not my words. It's the words of my leader, Mazen Namdekano, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, the leader of Biafran people, the leader of the people who exist in the territory called Nigeria, permit me to say, because his fight was not just for Biafra. His fight was for the people who exist in the territory called Nigeria, the persecuted people in the territory called Nigeria. So Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the people, the indigenous people in the territory called Nigeria. And he said, I repeat, the ones deadlier than Boko Haram will arise. And when he said that, he was making reference to the Fulani jihadists and all the other offsprings and the splinter terrorist groups that has come up in Nigeria, amounting to over 20 terrorist organizations in the territory called Nigeria today. They are now in your territory. They are rounding all of you up. They are destroying military barracks without getting a single condemnation by the government that are supposed to protect you. Nigeria is the only country in the world where military barracks are overrun by terrorists, and even the military chiefs does not condemn it. Nigeria is the only country or supposed country in the world where that happens. But that's not surprising to us, because Nigeria is also the only country in the world that has recruited more terrorists into their defense forces than the indigenous people. They have recruited more terrorists into their military than the indigenous population. And remember, these same terrorists that they call rehabilitated are the same terrorists that the same Nigerian military, the Senate, claim that are not people from Nigeria. But they come in, that the terrorists terrorizing them in Nigeria are people who come into the territory. But what do? After they come into your territory, kill your women and children that you swore an oath to protect. When they are done killing them, you recruit them into the military, legitimize their killing, and send them down to the east to continue the terrorist activities in the form of recruited terrorists. Nigeria is that only country. In case you do not remember, because just like it said, in case you do not remember, because you are because of the continuous death that happens in the territory, you tend to forget everything that happens in a heartbeat. I want you to remember this. Before the rise of the Fulani jihadists, the Nigerian government, before this very unimaginable actions of the Fulani jihadists. The Nigerian government provided them a radio station where they speak only Fulfude. I don't know if people remember this. During the Buhari, not the impostor, the original Buhari's administration, they provided them with a radio station to enable them organize themselves in preparation for what they are doing today. In case you do not know, every action that you see going on in Nigeria today against the supposed military in their barracks are all coordinated acts, like you saw in Afghanistan. They simply are handing over equipment, fighting equipment to the terrorists. And people might not know this, but I have video evidence of all these equipment that they are collecting and where they are keeping them, laying wait for the time when they will overrun you all. They are waiting to finish their activities in conquering the north so that they can come in and they will outrun you and they will kill you. Unfortunately today, we have cowards in place of men. I don't owe anybody apology for saying this, because it's simply the truth. It is only a coward who would sit back and watch terrorists come and watch someone come into your home, rape your wife and your children or your daughters, and walk away. It's only a coward who would watch that happen. And our APM always gives that illustration. Only a coward will sit idly by, claiming to be a man, a full-grown man, trained in the university, still does not have a job, still feeding off of the mother and the father. But then some cattle rearers invade your community, kill your mothers and your fathers in that same farmland that provided the resources that trained you in the school, and walk away and nothing happens. And nobody flinches, nobody raises any eyebrow. It's only a coward. It's only a coward that comes out to sing praises for your oppressors in the name of political campaign. We have so many graduates who are running around this illegitimate criminal political class in our territory in the name of campaigning for them. All of you who persist and continue to do these things are all cowards. And I'll tell you one thing, it is going to catch up with you. All your actions, all your negligence to the truth, all your continued betrayal to what we are doing is going to catch up with you. I have only one regret. I have only one regret. That regret is that I wish I have the opportunity to be in that territory. I say this every time, because if you come to kill me, I will kill you first. I do not care who you are. And every politician in the territory called Biafra, they are out to kill you. Soludo provided a Agone chamber and the Akodo people and all of that, and they have continued to kill our people, cripple our young men and women who will eventually pick up the arms to fight when the time comes. David Umaya, with his friend Buhari, provided a Bubago, or whatever they called it, as reported by the UK intelligence and whatever. All of them in different sectors provided terrorist security outfits to kill you, to terrorize you. I still remember our young brother who was accosted by these terrorists. And in a space of 5 minutes, they took his bike from him, shot him. I don't know if they even killed his dog. I believe they shot his dog too. And they called him, "You are a Wesinigwe Biafra. Unupunde Biafra." And they shot him with a pump action right on the face. And men and women of Igbo land of Biafra saw these things and nobody said anything except the Biafran people, except the Biafran Republic government in exile media. Woe betide you who is supporting all this calamity. I will venture the prediction that my brother Chibuike made. Over 20 million of our people will die. I am not playing. In 1967 to 70, I love numbers in case you don't know. Our people were barely 12 million and they took over 5.5 million of our people. They killed over 5.5 million of our people. Over 500,000 young children were shipped out by the Christian aid in the name of seeking refugee. That's why we have our people in different parts of African country. So over half of our people either were killed or were taken out of our territory. I tell you today, if the Biafran people continue to eat yam in Obodo Oyibo, be it in America or in Europe, you continue to eat yam and continue to ignore the war that is going on in our land. You can choose the war of attrition or the jungle warfare as the Nigerian military has defined and called it. If you continue to ignore this call and this cry that we have been crying for you to do the needful, I will tell you, it's not only your house that is going to be brought down when these terrorists come in to invade our land. But everything you know as your king, you might not know them no more. You might never see them again. Look at Benue, where people, Plateau, Kwara, where people will tell you that their whole family was killed. They are the only ones living. You will see a community where all the homes people were burnt alive. It is coming to our place. And when they come, they are going to they're going to do it quick. So that if the world is going to speak, they would have done a whole lot of damage, inflicted a whole lot of pain and fear into the people. That is that time that Onyendu said, for all of you who say that all that Onyendu has said has come to pass, my brothers and sisters who are here, you know that I've always reminded our people this. The time is coming when you will bring that money and nobody will command that army. Because we are not going to send our brothers and sisters who have been fighting so hard, enduring all your insults and sabotage. We're not going to send them to go and die for your evil self. Time is coming when you will bring that money and nobody will command that army. Anyị na-agụ ya ka egwu, and people are acting like we are the problem. We ask you for 10, 20 a month, and you call us names. I'm not surprised, because a decade ago, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Onye Ndumazi Nnamdi Kanu, came to America using the population of over 2.5 million people in America, Undi Biafra, and asked you all, is $1 going to kill you? And some of you laughed. So I am not surprised. I am not worried when I speak to people and they call me tax collector. I will be a tax collector to save my people. But time is coming. Time is coming when that your money that you have kept in the bank will not save you. It will not save that your mother that you love so much in the village, that you want to give $500 every month on our sign. Time is coming when that your money will not save them. Time is coming when you will want to cry tears and no drop will come out of your eyes. And when it decides to come, it's going to hurt you like Cameroon pepper, because you are part of the reason why there are genuine people crying. Time is coming. You can call me whatever you like, but believe me, look at the lucky. You are getting the best of the leaders we have, the most peaceful. I thank God for our Punisher. I only regret the fact that Nego the raw. People would have, you people would have heard in Ketoro, chemical experience in Ketoro Biati. Mana Yadeba. If you are a politician in Igbo land, only open all these evil politicians in our land, please tell them that I am Obiene said, even if you finish fighting and get into Biafra, you will never escape the punishment of your sabotage. The last thing I will do is to finish fighting and getting this nation restored and hand over a nation that does not pay attention to consequences, to people paying for their sins, to my children and their children. We are going to set a solid example, because I believe that to build a solid nation, to build a nation that will be feared and respected, it will come from our actions, from what we do. Now I want to speak about a man that our information minister played his stupidity yesterday with some white painted hair. And this will make reference to the topic of the day. This man said that our friend Shawore inviting Peter Obi to the protest was to rub his name in the mud. If Peter Obi came out for that protest, that Nigeria will arrest him and they will charge him for treason. This he said on national TV. So I want the international community and everyone who has some sense in them to hear me clearly. This is supposed to be a statesman, and this is what he said. That a man in the caliber of P2B in their Nigeria, because in Biafra, P2B is a murderer, a dog that I can't wait to lay my hands on. But India and Nigeria, a man of that caliber, this supposed statesman is telling the whole country and the international community on their national news that if he came out as a state,
just the S at the end.
L-A.
L-I.
hear me, will arrest him, lock him
And an R. No, one S. Yeah.
of evil is. So anybody who has senses who is listening to me, if a statesman believes that that will be done to P2B, then they know that repeating October 2020 and 2020 in Nigeria is not going to be a problem for them. Repeating that will not be a problem for them. How is this evident? Clearly evident from the program of our information minister yesterday. He spoke about the letter an indigenous person wrote, where he was saying clearly to his family that he knows that he might not come back. This is a civilian going to protest over the ills that the government that he feels is his government, a government that is meant to protect him, is doing. But he wrote that he knows he might not make it back alive. What does all of this tell you? It speaks volume about the kind of country Nigeria is. So if you are still pretending to be a Nigerian, kudos to you. And I wish you and I pray that that Nigeria that you love so much will happen to you. That Nigeria that you love so much will happen to you. May that Nigeria that you support so much, may it be the portion of your household. Because the people that are dying are people's household. So I'm not going to limit it to just you. May you feel the pain of the people that the Nigeria you are supporting feel today. If you are an Igbo man or a woman, and you are yet to start supporting the liberation of our people, I will tell you this. Agbacho soa, ebe ọbụla ị nọ, anyị ga-agụ mile. That is if you make it alive. Before you say we are threatening you, no, we are not going to kill you. But Nigeria will kill you. For all those who are peddling all sorts of propaganda against our defense forces, I want to make it very clear. The Biafran defense forces are well trained. They do not. Their job is to protect the Biafran people. And to protect Biafran people, if you pick up arms as a Biafran and you come to kill Biafrans, they will do their job, which is to protect Biafran civilians. We do not harbor terrorists. It doesn't matter if you are a home terrorist, an ingrown home terrorist, or you're a foreign invader. from the Nigerian part. We do not harbor terrorists. We do not tolerate terrorism. So if you come with terrorist intent in the land of Biafra, be rest assured that we and the Biafran people will take care of you like a terrorist. For all of those who want to understand why you must support the Biafran Defense Forces for the freedom of Biafra people, I want you to go back to history and look at how the region called the Eastern region, which is the Biafran territory, has been from time immemorial. As at 1953, we had the fastest growing economy in the world. But what did the Nigerian state and their British allies do? They created these political criminals, engineered these people to keep our people subjugated, oppressed till today. They have kept on and on and on terms of criminals in the name of politicians. What do? They keep our land impoverished. Why will they never do anything that will benefit the land? Like my sister said, they wouldn't build the road, they wouldn't give you good hospitals, they wouldn't build your rail stations or your seaports because they know that if they do, you will stop coming to their territories to develop it. It was my sister Betty Ford that said how cowardly some of these people in the north are that say, oh, we are coming and we are overtaking their land, not knowing that our migration into their territory is developing their land, thereby abandoning our own territory. If they build all these things for you, you're going to develop your land and you're going to overshadow them. You're going to be self-sufficient. You're not going to need the terrorist state anymore. And they won't be able to suppress you, they won't be able to oppress you, and they won't be able to install all these political criminals for you and on you. So what would they do? They will keep you impoverished. They will do everything and anything to make sure that you are begging them for water, that you are begging them for anything that you want. These are the reasons why they will never let the Biafran people grow. But like I said, as at 1953, we had the fastest growing economy. Before 1963, we had very loud, very much outspoken women, like the Aba Women riots of 1929. These are women who could speak even before women in America started casting votes. Even before women in the Western world had voices, our women had voices. So if they let you go, everything that the world fights to get, you will have it at ease because it's part of who we are. Why must you support the existence of Biafra? Why must you support the complete restoration of Biafra? For safety in the Sahel region, for the safety of the West. Because if the terrorist Nigerian state lays their hands on the resources in our land, which they will never get, because we have men and women like these people you see here today, no matter how little we are, we will make sure that these enemies will never penetrate into our territory. It doesn't matter how many they kill. They will kill us, and we will kill them. But in the end, Biafra will come. Those people that they will kill, believe me, are those that have refused to do the needful. But if it is about the restoration of the full independent state of Biafra, it is without a doubt in my heart that I tell you that Biafra will be fully restored. Just do your part. If you are a friend of Biafra and you have seen this massacre of Christians all over the world, help us with an IOU loan. Give this government your IOU loan. This IOU loan is not just a loan. It is a sacrifice that you're making to save the lives of children, men and women, pregnant people, children in the womb. Please, we ask you to consider giving this government your IOU loan. It will help us a great deal. And we will pay you back with 100% interest and a certificate that will show at the end of the restoration of Biafra that you were part of those who made sure that in the time when millions of people were massacred in the western part of Africa, that you supported these people to make sure that they were not wiped out of the surface of this earth. These are things that this IOU loan represents. It represents the kindness of the heart of a man or woman who is not even from this territory but cares for these people. And for our people who keep doubting us because of the different sabotage that we have experienced in the past, give us your IOU loan and hold us when we finally restore Biafra to, if we do not fulfill our end of the bargain in the IOU loan contract. Give us that money that you're planning to use and build or build a house that will be burnt down by the terrorists in our land. That money that you are saving to start a business that will continue to crumble because the economy dies. Give us that money as your IOU loan. Even you is in homeland can partake in the IOU loan. Just reach out to the information minister, reach out to myself, or you can equally reach out to our Honorable Mazi Kelo, and we can arrange a way to protect your IOU loan, a way you can give us this IOU loan in parts until it gets to what you want to give to the Biafran people. Believe me, you will never regret it. Giving us this IOU loan will be the best loan you would have ever given to any organization in your life. And if you have friends, companies, organizations that partake in activities like this, please, you can reach out to us and we can reach out to them. Or you can speak to them on our behalf. Because they say it's teaching time saves nine. And our people say now, my people, I want you to know the reason why the United Nations and the rest of them said that it is incumbent on the Biafran people to save themselves. They know that with the population that we have, if we truly want freedom, just 1 million of us in diaspora, bringing 5 ejema every week. Well, 5 ejema, this is not up to anything that you use in your daily activities. It's not up to your coffee money. If 1 million of us can bring 5 ejema, it will go a long way to provide the necessary artilleries that our defense forces need to protect our land, to make sure that our territory, that our women and children are protected from these marauders and these terrorists that have come to kill them all. It's not just about Islamizing them. They are going to kill them because you and I know that your people are stubborn. The same way they are proving stubborn in supporting what we're doing, they are going to be stubborn in joining the Islamic terrorist religion or whatever they call it, and they will be killed. So help us to help you. Help the Biafran Defense Forces to help you. I repeat again. Amen gwangwa, emehelodachi. Mani nukoma milionu, obala anyo fufu. May Okike Abiyama continue to bless you all. continue to impact you much wisdom to keep doing this work that you have chosen to do for mankind. I call it God's work because truly in my heart, I believe that what you're doing here is God's work. And I pray that in any event where the enemy eventually gets into our territory because of the deafness of our people, that he that sees the hearts of men and that has seen all your efforts to make sure that our land is protected will protect your household. These are my prayers, and I believe that a lot of us here have similar prayers. May Okikabiyama bless you all and continue to guide you where you are, provide for you so that you will continue to provide for the Biafra Republic government, both in de facto and in exile, for the continued liberation of Biafra. Onye ọbụla, geenụ m ntị. I want to say this for the last time. If we do not rise up now and do what we are supposed to do, the worst is yet to come on our people. It's just the truth. I'm not saying it to scare anybody. I'm only speaking the truth because this is what they have planned for us. The same people who are killing their own people in the north, just imagine what they will do when they come to our land. If you live in diaspora and you have continued to party, to go and dice here, go and drink beer and eat whatever you care, don't forget that you are no Dogo without a homeland. And no Dogo without a homeland is the worst Dogo on earth. Even your friends will laugh at you. Bikono, kanyi tokona akameha kodera anyimfe. Darling everyone, may God bless you all, and may God continue to guide you and protect and provide for you. Darling all, darling everyone.
Thank you, our COS. Powerful speech. I think our information minister is around. Please go ahead.
Thank you to everyone, and thank you to Honorable COS that just going to speak. Please, I want the co-host to wrap up the program with their final submission. Thereafter, I will bring down the space. We will be back live on air after now. Thank you to the media team. Thank you to the entire PRGI. Thank you to our APM. Thank you to our leaders that have lived before us. And we must continue to fund our BDF, PRGI, to continue to spark the bubbles. They will from here.
Thank you, my information minister. How many minutes do we still have, or just?
No, we just need to give our closing remarks because everyone on the speaker has spoken, so it's left to the two co-hosts to give their closing remarks. The next 5 minutes, we can bring it down. Thank you so much.
Okay. Go on, Mr. Cyprian. Mr. Cyprian, are you hearing me? Maybe he's not close to his speaker now. Dear friends, I thank you all for coming together to do what we know how to do best. We have heard everything that has been said, both by our COS, our sister Abigail, my very humble self, and every other speaker that have spoken today. We Biafrans, we should always bear one thing in mind. The Fulanis, they know what they want. Do we have anything in mind at all? What do we really want? Are we going to go for it by supporting Breji and BDF by way of funding? No matter how polished the English is, no matter how beautiful the words are, the final say for us, the final thing for us is donation. Make no mistakes. As our humble COS rightly said, these people, they are coming. Onyendu said it, and people called him Igbo smoker, Igbo man, lamentation, this and that. But today, everyone have seen it. The Fulani terrorists in that zoological republic, they are increasing daily. And you could see that Shetima, Malami, Gumi, Pantami, Kwankwaso, all of them, they are protecting their own people. They are protecting them irrespective of what the world will say. So how do we protect our own? By donating. Nigeria government is so predictable. Do not doubt their resolve. They are not hiding it, and they are not giving up. Onyendu is not giving up. Neither is our PM, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Are we going to give up? So rise up, make your donations. That is all we need for now. Thank you all so much, and may God Almighty continue to bless each and every one of us, and let us continue to be fervent in prayer, remembering Onyendu. Onyendu will never die in the cell like Abiola. That is the most things that people predict, and what we know that the zoo government and the Igbo politicians want to happen to Onyendu. Each time they will tell you, let him go to court, so that they will keep postponing, adjourning until this brother die, not Onyendu. All must continue to hail Biafra. Thank you, my people. As we bring down the space now, I thank you all for joining, and remain blessed. All hail Biafra.
Biafra, thank you, Honorable Betty. And please, I want everyone to look for the banner which Soludo made when he was using Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to do political campaign. That longest and largest and widest banner that Soludo made. That placard which he made and put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's face. I need that banner tonight before I go live, please. Just message it to any of the media team and they will drop it in the media team group, please. We need that photo, that banner. This is very important. Thank you so much. I salute all of you, the media team, and everyone in BRGIA, and all those lovers of Biafra and lovers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you so much for your sacrifice. Mazi Showore, thank you so much for all you do, and Biafrans loves you for your sacrifices. And see you all later on. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
And,